Hey YouTube, it's your boy Big G back with another review. And today I watched the Bollywood movie, or let's say South Indian movie, because they have many versions. Saaho. Now, little non-spoiler talk. I think the movie is really great. Great as in, first of all, it is quite long compared to like a hour and a half or 2 hour movie. It is much longer than that, so that's like a good heads up. Story wise, it needs to be that long in order to understand the whole story. There are many twists and turns that will be expected and non-expected. There are many characters that sort of didn't play the didn't play a big enough role, but they were still there. Many characters played a huge role that I sort of expected, but then some I didn't expect. Um, some things were just like gut feeling that sort of came true at the end. The movie did feel longer. It could have been shorter. And yeah, overall, it's a really good movie because it keeps you guessing about what's going to happen next or what is actually happening. Because sometimes you're in the movie and you feel confusing. Now, that's a flaw and that's a strength of the movie, which I'll talk about later. But yeah, overall, I think it's a great movie and I think you guys should check it out. It's out in many languages. It's in Hindi, Malayalam, Telugu, Tamil. I think every all of them all have English subtitles. So I don't know if an English version is out. I hope it is, but it's a really good movie. It's well made, well thought of. Each character sort of helps the other in a sense. Some don't, some do, yes, but overall it's a really good movie. Now, spoiler alert. I'm just talking about the spoilers from now on. You can stop the video here if you like. So the movie itself, now, there were some issues. Like, first of all, I thought the actress. Now, the actress, yes, she played a role because she was a love interest and all. But the big issue that I had was, first of all, she was loyal. Her character, as they displayed it, was she was loyal and she was a police officer, and that was because of her parents' death and an accident and all that. And that kind of just all went out of the window as soon as she fell in love with the guy. And then the guy turned out to be a thief, and then she's just like, oh, fuck it. I'm gonna go undercover and try to catch him, but then still fall in love with him all over again and ignore all my boss's calls. So it was like everything just kept going out of the window for her. Like she just kept going to the dark side, sort of. Another main thing was like they keep switching. So the movie is very confusing in the sense that they do the whole story backwards. I feel like so it's like there's a big multi-millionaire guy who's running this company. Everyone's after him, trying to kill him because they want to be, not everyone, but like from who he inherited the company, the actual son of that guy is trying to kill this guy so he can actually get the company from him, his father's company, and this guy doesn't have it anymore. That's the whole aim. And so he tries to kill him and he succeeds. So what happens next? The guy who dies, his name's Roy, his son takes over. Now everything is about money. Now the Roy Group of Industries, which is the whole multi-million dollar company, that has much money. So the hero, now his plan was good. So the hero found out who killed his fathers. He killed them. He stole a bunch of money, technically from himself, just to get attention. As soon as he got the attention, he made a black box which would doesn't uncover money, which was misleading because the money was actually with the bad guy already, but then was stolen by the good guy. But then the bad guy thought he was stealing the black box, which would lead to more money. It was sort of, there was just so much there that it was confusing. Yes, it was very well explained in the end, so you have to stay till the end where he explains the whole thing that yes, this is the true son of Mr. Roy. He did all these robberies to get attention. Then he misled the bad guy into thinking that he's doing a robbery for him. Instead, he robbed him. And then when the black box was actually opened, let's say the vault, it turns out there were just memories there. It wasn't money. It was just memories stating that this guy is actually the son of Roy. It was a big revealing, let's say. Now, the storyline is fine in the sense that what they're trying to achieve. It's just the way they achieve it is so confusing that the audience keeps thinking that where are we in this movie? Like what's going on? Like, okay, who's who? Like, they keep switching. Like, what the hell? Like, that's a flaw in my opinion. At the same time, it's a strength. Why is it a strength? Because of the fact that it keeps you guessing, it keeps you engaged, it keeps you attentive. It's like please keep watching to find out. You want to know who I really am? Keep watching. You want to know what I'm going to do next? Keep watching. You want to know why I did this in the first place? Keep watching. And you keep watching and you keep watching and in the end you do find out. Now, one other flaw that I found was that the fact that the CGI, a lot of CGI was used in this movie with the helicopters and a lot of cars. Now, the CGI was done okay, but it was easy to tell that it was CGI. It's like, yeah, I can tell the CGI because of the views and everything. And I think Prabhas, the main actor, the hero of the movie, I think he really likes very slow motion and not slow motion. Okay, no, I shouldn't say slow motion. There aren't many slow motions, but I think he likes that gang look. Him walking around with like tough dudes at the back, and the whole gangster look. Because it happens again and again and again, and it's like, okay, yeah, we get it. Everything is super cool, and everything is flashy, and well drenched with money and all that kind of stuff. And that was evident again and again. Like even in the songs, the one sad part was you're spending so much money on a movie and spending so much money in the movie, let's say, showing how much money you have or how much money you do have because of the robberies or how much money you have because you're the owner of the company. It's like when Mr. Roy died, his car flipped and crashed. There were no airbags. Like, I think it was a Bentley without airbags. That was like, what the hell? I was like, where the hell? At least show some airbags. Like, that was a flaw, I think, major flaw. I was like, at least show some airbags. Like, okay, the whole car flips. The guy's not even wearing a seatbelt. He goes thrown around, but he doesn't die. He comes back out just so the bad guy can like say a few words and then shoot him. Like, give me some airbags. So I understand that, yeah, he survived because of that, at least a little bit. Yeah, he's injured, but he survived because of the airbags. Like, there's no airbags. Second of all, during the start of the movie, the hero uses a car which is supposed to be a Lamborghini, but it's a cheap knockoff. It's like a painted look-alike Lamborghini. I don't know. It was something weird. I'm like, just use a Lamborghini. You're spending so much money. Why can't you rent a black Lamborghini? Like, how hard is that? And then his little box, they could have made that better. It looked like a child made it because of how rigid and how like unprofessional it looked. Like in many cases, let's say there's a Hrithik Roshan movie called Bang Bang. In that, there's a similar box situation where the thing isn't. There's a secret inside the box. Let's say, right. So the box is actually well made. It's like a puzzle box. This box was like a gearbox. Okay, but make it properly. It shouldn't look like a toy made by a little kid. Like these are minor things I'm trying to pick at, but it was just minor things that annoyed me. Um, yeah, besides that, visually really good, camera shots really good, clothing on spot, storyline was really good. I think it was just confusing at times, but it was very engaging and that kept me into the movie. Overall, I think this is an 8 out of 10 because of the confusion. I think many people might just walk out of the movie at half, let's say at the midpoint, just or turn it off just because it's so confusing and they might think it's not leading anywhere. Whereas other people might stay on for the ride just because they're more curious, or because they know there is a bigger suspense going on. There are a lot of action moments, a lot of slick moments, a lot of fancy moments, so it does sort of entertain you in that sense as well. So it is sort of all rounded. It does provide everything for you. And that's why I think it's a solid 8 out of 10. And just because of the confusion, I think it loses a few points in the minor details. Anyways, guys, if you've seen the movie, please let me know what you think. Please, guys, comment below and let me know. And please, guys, do like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time with another movie review. Thank you.